Question 1131. What is something that you used to do as a child that you wish you could still do now?
Blow more things up. Now I get fucking caught in that place, and that's no fun.
You also get shouted at.
Yes, I get shouted at.
Right.
I guess hang upside down on the monkey bars.
You can still do that.
And well, not really. Come on. I've gained weight since
people make a lot more fuss if you show your knickers.
Probably. But we were made to wear shorts under our dresses. That's what we do in the South. They make you wear shorts because they can't see your panties, because then that's sexy as a child for some reason. But you make you wear shorts underneath your dresses. So the boys can't see your panties. Okay. So, but my mom used to dress me up in like Little House on the Prairie crap, and I was so glad when her sewing machine broke.
Did you help it?
Laura Ingalls Wilder up in here. I wasn't picked on at all, guys.
The summers off is what I miss.
Oh,
kids, wish I could do that.
Just release Corona.
Yeah.
But then you've got to look after the kids.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could still like dive in the bushes and hide, or hide under the dining room table. I miss the being small part, to be able to hide in things and get around places adults can't get you.
I've got to say, I think agility would be top of my list. Just the ability to fly over a wall or into bushes or without thinking about it. And part of me says that that's probably stupidity. Just jump into places.
This is very sad, but I miss things like being able to play rugby and that, which I loved playing as a kid.
Nerdy says, something that I used to do as a child that I wish I could still do now is use my own yeast to make bread and beer. You could still do that now.
God damn it, Nerdy.
The Lone Wanderer says, be at school. Mama Atheist says, I wish I could still tumble/do gymnastics. That was a lot of fun. Get some more morphine. I bet you could give it a good go.
You won't feel the bones breaking later. It's fine.
Godless Sewing says, riding a motorbike through the desert. My neighbour is all amusement parks and apartments now. Store says, I love hiding in bushes. I bet you do. And Nerdy says, I was an invincible child. Richard says, all forms of innocence I once had. I cannot climb a tree without being thought of as socially weird. You see, you can get away with that now.
Yeah, climbed a tree not too long ago.
Or how about being able just to go back and not know what the fuck rimming is once again? I'm not letting that shit go.
Poor thing.
Did you not even occur to you that people might do that? I mean, what gets me is you don't know how good it feels.
I'll take your word for it, Dave.
Harmonica Man says, eat lots of candy. Computer Chick Production says, remember a day when we had no smartphones, no social media, and played outside until streetlights came on. Yeah, that was good.
you know what else I really miss?
What?
I wish there was some way that we could like purge portions of our knowledge and awareness so that we could just be completely amazed by simple things like why does the sky turn red at sunset, and why does ice freeze, and why does snow sometimes crunch and other times not, and
I still get excited when I learn scientific discoveries.
But there's less to learn.
I think
that's what I'm saying, that we could just turn off for a day certain things that we just take for granted because we've known them all our lives, that used to amaze us when we were children because we had no understanding. To just be able to have that freshness of discovery.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'd really like to turn off the knowledge of the ice cream man being a creep. so I could enjoy
I think we've.
Yes.
from a portable vehicle again.
Yes. There's a lot of things I remember from my childhood. You look back now and I go, that was really creepy. And the ignorance about it was nice.
Yeah. Oh, they're not a pedo in the ice cream truck playing the "Come Here, Children" music.
I thought that
Child
nice old
catcher
man,
music.
I thought that nice old man really did want to take me in the dark room and learn stuff from me. I fell for it.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd really want. I don't know that I'd really want to go back to that era when we thought, oh, Jimmy Savile's that nice man off the TV.
Oh,
He fixed
God.
things for people.
Yeah.
I would like to go back to the time when George Michael was not gay in my
Why?
head.
Yeah, I like
but-
you. I know a number of friends who are girls who have said that.
But, to be fair, if I had a shot, I'd be like, George Michael, just one night, man. That's all I'm asking, and I'll never bother you again. He had to be a doting lover because he did pretend to be. And if you've seen Father Figure, he knows how to get
He's a
around a
good
woman.
guy.
Even
He's a good guy.
he's a good actor. He's a good actor. I'm like, come on.
No.
And
Why don't you just move on to a different guy?
I know, but
I
it's
mean-
George Michael. He was like, he was integral to my development of
I-
sexuality when I was.
I
young.
even though I
But have you
was never.
seen Jason Momoa?
I have to say I liked
liked.
liked him. I always like, even if I was never a fan of his music, I always liked him as a guy. So just good person. Fact that right at the height of the fame of Wham, he and Andrew Ridgeley did a headline to benefit gig for the miners' strike. George Michael's a good guy in my opinion for that alone.
He was a
Fair enough.
humanitarian and donated all kinds of money
Yeah,
to
he was.
different hospices and hospitals that.
He went
And
out a lot of
kept it-
nights.
and kept
He
it
went
private.
out on a lot of nights in London to help the people that were out.
Yeah, he did. He was a great guy.
And he
I'm
did it
still not
privately,
okay
so he was a true philanthropist.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff he did on the quiet as well, not necessarily for his own ego, like I know some people. Bono, sorry.
Bono's a twat, as you would say.
There's a lot of anti-Bono sentiment on this panel.
He was like Woman of the Year when cover on a magazine. Bono is Woman of the Year. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Julie
Well,
says,
I think the thing with Bono, and I would say that when you get the most impossible blooming answer I've ever heard to a question ever, and like just infuriating, was like when someone asked him why he hadn't been more critical of George W. Bush, and he said, and his answer was, "Yeah, well, over the years, George and I have had our ups and downs," and I'm like, "Oh, you pretentious twat."
Oh God.
Ugh.
Just nobody cares about Bono. I mean, I like early U2, and yes, I've seen them in concert. Rage actually opened for them, which was weird, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah.
Julie says, fiercely ride a bike, climb fences, steal pears off the neighbour's tree. Other Sewing says, how about not paying bills?
That's great. That would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Not being afraid of falling down.
Yeah. Nerdy says, programming used to be a lot more fun. You see, that was before Python. When no one knew what Python was, everyone loved programming. And
I
then in
can program on my Commodore 64. Do I get points for that? 10
You do.
print. Okay. And I have an original tape drive.
So do I. Do you have
Oh,
the floppy
I don't-
drive?
I don't. I do have an old modem too. An old modem where you put the phone in and everything. Man.
Oh,
An
an
acoustic
This is a-
coupler.
This is a sad thing now. I think if I went back to my childhood, I probably would end up as a blooming bedroom coder on a ZX Spectrum or something. Something like really.
Mel, you had to be pretty young when you had that Commodore 64.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I have an original Atari too, and I
You're
have about
smart.
40 games. I have 2 copies of
well-
ET. by the
Well,
way.
when you say original Atari, you took back the console or the
Yes,
2600? The
console.
2600, yes. That was my first console, and I still wish I had that to this day. Now,
It's like right over there. Yeah. I got
Yeah, first
here.
computer was an Atari 800 actually. So
Right, who hasn't
And-
answered this question?
I
Math
think we
Pig.
all have.
Oh, blowing things up. You did answer.
Yeah,
That's everyone then, I think.
except for you. Oh well, you wanted to be limber.
yeah, Dave.
I went with
I-
agility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're confusing Richard. That's not allowed. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.